So, once again, MWO has sort of been revived. Piranha has announced that they are going to begin doing the development on MWO again. They got a 5-year license extension for the Mech Warrior license, which is great stuff. That's great news, right? Everybody's happy about that. And this podcast, the future of MWO on No Guts No Galaxy. Okay, highly suggest you guys checking it out, whether you watch it or you listen to it, whatever. And so, they're looking for feedback from the community. I think that's really important, and I think that's really smart. They've definitely gotten a lot better as far as, getting feedback from players and stuff in recent months, years, so to speak, on what they feel is going to work, what's not going to work, what they want to see. So they're doing better in that. And, Darren coming back, I think, is a great step towards that. And I think that's fantastic. So, I am someone who I have over 2,000 hours in the game. That's it. Only 2,000 hours. But yeah, I don't play MWO as frequently as I used to. And there are a bunch of different reasons for that. I mean, let's call it what it is. Piranha basically abandoned MWO in lieu of Mech Warrior 5. A little bit, a year and a half ago, I think. Kind of like May of 2019. They stopped doing mech packs. They put all of their development eggs into the MW5 basket because it had already been delayed. They needed to ship. Yes, I completely get that. I understand that. The abandonment kind of thing absolutely left a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm sure it left a bad taste in a lot of other people's mouths. The fact that they're coming back to it is kind of okay, you got your 5-year extension. You want to come back to it. You want us to come back to it. You want us to play it, right? I'm assuming. I mean, there are still people playing it, Brios plays it, Nutty, all those guys are, the really hardcore. And the question is, how do you get other players back? Now, as someone who's only spent 2,000 hours in the game, how would you get someone like me back? Right. And it's true. I've absolutely gone to play other games. I've always played other games. I haven't been strictly MWO all the time. Even when I was really heavy playing MWO, I played other games. But, what makes me go to another game, person like me? And honestly, I look at Destiny, and I look at Apex, and I look at Fortnite, and I look at now Rocket League, and these are all other games that I play. And honestly, one of the main factors is the fact that all of these games now have quote-unquote season passes or quote-unquote battle passes, right? You play X amount, you get X number of experience, and you get some sort of in-game item. It's usually a cosmetic, sometimes it's currency, so on and so forth. I really feel that MWO needs to have a season pass or a battle pass. They need to give you a reason to come in and play the game. Other games, they use XP as a factor. The event going on right now is the Halloween loot bag event. Loot bag events are always great events. I feel like most people play the loot bag events. I know I play the loot bag events. I make sure I log in and I cash in on some loot bags. There are, the two phases of the loot bag events. There's the match score phase and there's the damage phase. So pick a number, whether it be match score or damage, and make it cumulative, and that's how you turn around and level up your stuff in the season pass. The thing is, the season pass has to have some unique cosmetics. You got to have at least 10 unique cosmetics. If you're going to have a 100 level pass, you should have at least 10 uniques in there that are unique only to that to that season, to that battle pass. MWO has a bad habit of that. They originally, and I look at the mechs for the MW5, for the Mech Warrior 5 pre-order. You pre-ordered, there were like these 4 mechs, and they were only going to be, and they were going to be exclusive to that pre-order. They ended up changing their mind and offering them later on in the game for whatever the reason was, and I didn't really care, and I still don't really care that they ordered that they made those mechs available. But what was exclusive was like the Warhorn and like the decals and stuff, and so that was important to me, that stuff stayed exclusive, which to my knowledge it has. So you need to have, exclusive items that you can only get in that season pass. And look, a season pass for Mech Warrior can just go in sync with the Solaris seasons, right? Solaris right now works on, 3-month seasons. It could be in the same season, and you could turn around and do that. And I think that would be like a huge driving factor. You can make it affordable, $10 or like $15 season pass, and I think that would be a huge driver towards reasons why people would come back and play. So I know that there's a lot of thought that has to go into that. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but I think that is like a key element that needs to happen. Mech packs were always like sort of a thing in the past. I don't know if they're going to go back to doing mech packs, and if they do, like really, like think about doing the season pass and the mech pack together. Like the mech pack, make it a mech pack for 3 months, right? Hey, look, here's the mech pack coming out, and if you get the top tier mech pack, the season pass is included, or the middle tier mech pack and the season pass is included, kind of deal. That'll be, hopefully, A, it's new content. B, it'll be a financial incentive for people to turn around and, put money down on a new mech pack. The last mech pack that I remember was the Dervish. I think that was the last mech pack to come out. I literally just saw a Dervish today. But prior to that, I really hadn't seen them. I don't think that it was a popular mech as popular a mech as people thought it was going to be. But yeah, so I think that a season pass or battle pass, or you want to call it, Mech Warrior pass, like whatever you want to call it, I think that is a necessity. Events, the events that go on in Mech Warrior are great. There are 2 problems with them. One is quite a few times it's gotten better in that, like, it's been like 2 weeks, like events have been like 2 weeks long and stuff. I think that having a calendar and of events, because like I was wondering, like, when does loot bag starts? I even asked on Twitter. I didn't get an answer. I happened to look on the website, and it's like, loot bags start in like 10 minutes. You should have a calendar of the events that are going to be coming up. I mean, it has it literally on the website, right? Like, you have the ability to look at the events. No, here it is. Save future events. Okay, so all we have is Trick or Treat 6 Phase 2, right? So we know this starts in 2 days and it's going to end in 9 days, right? But then there's nothing else, right? Look at all the past events that have been going on, right? You only have the one live event, okay? But why isn't this as populated as the past events? So that people know, hey, look, here's what's coming up. Let me, like, turn around and toss in some time for Mech Warrior. You have to be able to look forward to the stuff that's there. And in that sense, like one of the things that I feel is horrible is the Solaris Warhorn. You don't know what the Solaris Season Warhorn is going to be until you actually get it. Like, have that stuff up front. Have the event prizes up front. And, I mean, like, look, it's great. It says cockpit-mounted jack-o'-lantern Warhorn. Put a little preview of the Warhorn over here, you know, so people know what it is that they're going to get. The standing skull. I hate the standing skull. I have, like, 27 of them. But, like, whatever. So, yeah, and I think advance notice of the events that is coming up is going to be, like, imperative. The fourth thing I think you need is you need to have some unique cosmetics in the game, you know, and unique and exclusive. Because, again, very few things are exclusive in MechWarrior. And I think that doesn't turn around and bode well for the reward experience, right? Like if I'm spending the time playing the game, I want to be rewarded. I want to be justly rewarded. And so I think that, you know, turning around and having unique cosmetics would definitely turn around and help that. And, you know, unique to the season pass, unique to your monthly events. And I mean, since we're talking about monthly events, let's talk about faction play, right? Like you have this whole section that is just dying for players. Look, Clan Wolf Invasion, right? Like, I remember watching someone after I died, spectating someone who had the Battle of Tukyad trophy on their as their standing item. And I thought that was so cool. How do I get that? Well, the only way to get that was to be at that battle in faction play when it came out of beta, or if it was beta or was the beta play or whatever. There's no way to get that ever again. And so, yeah, you should turn around and have more of those types of items. And, you know, titles. Like, look, I'm using the World Championship 2018 participant title, right? It's a 2-year-old title. It's 2020, right? Why am I still rocking this title this entire time? Well, because I'm proud of it, right? And I think faction play, you know, kind of opens up, you know, a lot of possibilities. I mean, comp play too. Comp play is limited. You're so limited in the amount of time. You know, comp play to me, like if you really want a competitive play to truly be competitive, then, you know, you should turn around and do it year round. Like open up the comp queue year round. You know, let people drop there, or make, you know, 9 months out of the year the competitive play be in faction play. Yeah, I just think that, you know, and having those unique items would turn around and help a lot. You know, I don't know what, I'm not a game developer. I don't know how many resources you need to develop those types of banners and those decals and stuff like that. But I feel like that's like just basic stuff. And if you're not willing to commit that much to it, how can you ask us to continue to commit time and money to the game? You know, I want to spend more time playing MechWarrior, but it doesn't reward me. It doesn't give me the stuff that I'm looking for, the rewards that I'm looking for in exchange for the gameplay. I mean, look, I have an unopened supply cache. You know, supply caches to me are just like, oh, it's a rare one. So, I mean, a Davian Dreamcatcher cockpit item. Like, do I even, like, want this? No, not really. I'm never going to use it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I really would rather, like, have some unique items. There's nothing unique about a Davian Dreamcatcher. Supply caches, I feel like you could get rid of them at this point, to be honest. Maybe for new players, they're good. You know, like the Apex ticks, because there is, I mean, here is the one thing about Mech Warrior. There's a whole lot of stuff already in the game, you know. Camouflages, like that's something. You turn around, you came up with the unique camouflage for, you know, MechCon. Do one for the season battle pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much stuff that could be done. I thought this was supposed to be on sale. Is this on sale? I don't feel like it is. I feel like that's mad expensive. But yeah, so that's my thoughts. That's what I think. Those are my thoughts on Mech Warrior and the future of Mech Warrior and what you can do to, you know, make this game better and get the community more involved and get players back. There are other quality of life stuff. You know, I turn around and I see quality of life stuff to Brios, because he spends a lot of time thinking about quality of life changes, and whatever Brios says, like, I'm usually very good with. But yeah, there's just so much more that could be done. Like, I mean, the titles and the badges, you know. I mean, literally, you have all of these titles that came with mech packs. Like, I don't know, I just feel like there's so much more that could be done. Achievements. And it's all World Championship stuff, or I don't know what the CS stands for, Championship Series, yeah, whatever. And backpacks, like there could be more stuff here with that too. For the battle pass, more content, like people like that stuff. So that's my 2 cents. That's my opinion, and basically in a nutshell, probably rambled on way too long. So let's turn around. Let's come off Lermtrocity